Hey there! In the last episode, we talked about all the different website services we offer at By Emily Jane and how to figure out which one's the right fit for where your business is right now. But let's be real, even if you've decided you're ready for custom or semi custom design, there may still be that little voice in the back of your head going, what if I invest all this money and then don't even like what I get? Or can someone else really capture the vibe of my business? Or maybe even, is this whole process going to be super stressful and take over my life for months? And those are all totally fair questions, especially if this is your first time hiring a designer, or if you've had a less than amazing experience in the past. So in these next couple of episodes, let's break down what it's actually like to work together on a full web design project. Because I know handing off your website can feel like a huge leap of faith. I'm going to walk you through what makes our process feel low pressure and easy to navigate, and how I make sure the final result feels like you, and what kind of support you can expect from beginning to end. You already have enough on your plate, and I want this to feel like a weight off your shoulders, not another thing you have to manage. In this first part, we'll focus on everything that happens before we start designing, from that first inquiry to your project kickoff. Because this foundation phase is the part that makes the rest feel easy breezy. This is how we get a deep understanding of what you're looking for and what you really need to be set up for success. So we can avoid endless revisions later and create something you're genuinely excited about. So let's get into it. All right, so when you're ready to get started, the first thing you'll do is fill out a short inquiry form on our contact page. It's super quick, like 5 to 10 minutes, and you can share as much as you want about your business, your goals, and what you're hoping for with your website. You're welcome to include any design inspo too when you fill this out, if you like, just to make sure your style is in my wheelhouse. Honestly, the more context you give me, the better I can tailor my suggestions. Now, here's where things might look a little different than what you're used to. Instead of scheduling a discovery call for a later date, I'll go ahead and review your form and send you a personalized video response within a couple of days. I'll walk you through what I'm seeing on your current site if you have one, what could use some love, and what kind of project I'd recommend. I'll also be super honest about whether I think I'm the right designer for the job. So, why no discovery call? Well, being a neurodivergent and chronically ill business owner means I've had to build my business in a way that works with my energy, not against it. And I've found that traditional live calls, especially the kind where you're expected to make big decisions on the spot, don't really give either of us the space to think things through properly. So instead, I do something that's more flexible for both of us, which is an asynchronous discovery process. And that just means we're having the conversation through email and video without needing to carve out time for a meeting. That lets me take my time to really dig into your business and give you thoughtful recommendations. And on your end, you're able to watch your video whenever it works for you, rewatch it if needed, and take the time to process everything without feeling rushed to make decisions on a call. If you've got follow-up questions, or if you'd rather talk through your thoughts in a voice memo or a video reply, that's totally welcome. We'll just keep the conversation going in whatever way feels easiest for you. And when you're ready to move forward, we'll send over a proposal and agreement that lays everything out with a realistic timeline, what's included, how the process will work, and the payment schedule. Once you've signed and paid your deposit, you're officially on the books. And if it's not the right time or you decide we're not the right fit, that's completely fine. My goal is just to advise you so you can make the right decision for your business, whether that includes working with us or not. Once you're officially booked, we head into the prep phase. This is where you'll be doing most of your heavy lifting. It's the one part I can't do for you because nobody knows your business like you do. You'll start with an in-depth questionnaire, which is your chance to brain dump everything. From the direction you're taking your business, to who your ideal clients are, to what makes your work so dang good, to the kind of feeling you want your site to give off. All this juicy information helps us build a website that actually reflects your brand and supports your goals. We'll also give you a clear checklist of all the key pieces you'll need to gather. So, your images, branding files if you have them, and your website copy. And we'll keep it all organized in a shared Google Drive folder to keep everything in one place throughout the project. For the copy, depending on what we discussed during the inquiry stage, you'll either use our templates to guide you through writing it, or we can work with content you already have. Now, like I said, this is the most time-intensive part on your end. Some people are able to knock it out in a day, others need a couple of weeks depending on their schedule. But once this part is wrapped up, you'll be able to breathe easier because your workload gets way lighter for the remainder of the project. And while it can feel a little intimidating at first to pull together photos or fill in your copy outlines, I've actually been surprised at how often people have thanked me for the process. One of my past clients, Carmen, actually told me it felt like a therapy session for her business because the prompts not only helped her clarify what she wanted for her website, but also gave her a whole new level of confidence in her offers that she wasn't expecting. So my advice is don't rush through it. Give yourself enough time before your design kickoff date to properly reflect on how you want to be showing up online and to collect all those assets we need so the rest of the project can go super smoothly. Now, after all your content is in, we'll have one quick touch point before I dive into the design. Usually this is a short kickoff call where we make sure we're on the same page about the direction and address any questions either of us might have. If you've got an existing site, we'll also decide whether it makes more sense to redesign what you already have or start fresh. And that wraps up everything that happens before your official design date. Now that all that prep work is done, the next phase is where things get a lot more fun, the creative part. In the next episode, I'll show you exactly what the design phase is like from your perspective, how we make sure you're feeling good about everything as we go, and how we get everything ready for launch. And if you're ready to start that discovery process I mentioned earlier, just head to our website, fill out the client application, and let's get the conversation started. So I'll see you in the next part where we'll pick up right where we left off.